So, as you mentioned, Mel, we are working from home right now, but working from home comes with its own set of challenges. So, there's an article in the New York Post that talks about this, and the article is actually suggesting that you set boundaries, limits. So, you're not expected to be available all the time. So, interested to know how you're working this out. And also, with some of us, there are kids involved as well. So balancing family and work and boundaries and all of it.
Boundaries? What are you even talking about? I don't even know what that even means right now. Like, it's a miracle I'm sitting here right now and I look half as decent as I do. I think we are like a lot of people at home right now. There is a struggle if you're even lucky enough to create a boundary, because I've got one child and luckily most of the time she's great, she's easy to manage. But if you've got more than one child, if you're trying to throw education and some kind of learning in there every single day, I don't know how you're doing it, and then trying to juggle, I don't know, a meeting or a conference call. And then on top of that is also the idea that they don't understand boundaries. Some kids at young ages, by definition, they do not know what a boundary is. Have you ever been sitting on the toilet and your friend comes in? You're called your child? Yeah, they don't know boundaries at this age. So I got to say a special shout out to single parents. I'm alone during the day, so I feel like a single parent during the day. But boundaries and trying to keep it all up in the air and putting a semblance of professionalism, it is hard, plain and simple.
I think too, as a small business owner, you are hard pressed to find work limits or work boundaries, even in the best of times. And especially now, as a small business owner with my website, with freelance writers and working in media, which is so volatile. The economy right now, everybody is looking at it with a big question mark. So I'm finding that in this time, even though I'm working from home, my hours have been even longer than usual, and they were long to begin with, because the pressure is on right now to make payments, to pay people, to keep them employed. I feel a lot of pressure to make sure that the people who contribute to LaineyGossip.com are continuing to contribute and that I can still pay them. It's probably one of the things I'm losing the most sleep over right now. And so my hours are spent not only making sure the blog is functional, the website is functional, but making sure that there's business coming in. And that's been a struggle.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I think we're all really grateful. Like, Lainey, we're all employed right now, and I think anyone who has
maybe gotten a tiny taste of the gig economy and the idea that when you're part of the gig economy, you're always available. I used to sort of pride myself before this on working a 9-to-5 day, and I'd sort of put my phone away in the evenings, my work phone, at around 5:30. And then just last week, I did that, and I missed a number of very important phone calls from a manager at 7:30 at night, because things are rolling this way. And we all kind of have to adjust for it. And right now, like, my paycheck for work is what's keeping our family, Simon and me, sort of afloat. And so if that's the case, it's call me anytime. I am here. I will take your call.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know we are all really grateful. Anyone who's employed right now is feeling tense and stressed out and wants to give as much as they can. But it isn't very practical. And what I'm hearing from some of my friends, some with children and some not, is that there's a lot of also ramping up, it feels like some businesses, it seems like, in the absence of a formal work setting, are ramping up their online meetings. And some of the meetings are useless. I'm also hearing from families online who are saying that their parents, they're both full-time working parents, and they're working from home with multiple kids. And so what happens is, because they have to parent in between their day, that they're ending up staying up till like midnight or 1 a.m. This is just not a tenable situation for very long. It brings up, it's not something that we can stick with. And Kimberly from Facebook actually wrote in and said, it seems I'm expected to be available well past my normal quitting time. So these are early days. And if this is going to be going on for long periods of time, I think that all businesses are going to have to start to reassess and make concessions, because we can't go on like this forever.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know what? I agree. And I kind of have my feet in both sides, in that, my kids aren't with me now, but they come back to me on Wednesday, and I see the stark difference between them not being with me because you don't see Dash running into a shot right now. But come tomorrow, right? Come tomorrow, who knows? Because here's the thing from about taking care of kids at home and working as well. I would send my kids to school each day. They would learn in a classroom, but I would also send meals, so lunch and snacks, and sometimes after school snacks. All of that now is being done in the home. So I'm working, but I'm also cooking because they need breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. They have questions about schoolwork. Not only do I want to answer those questions, I have to answer those questions because I've tried to set up a school type environment for them. I've tried to set a schedule where during the week they're in school from 9 to 3, even if school means being in their bedroom and working on different assignments. So it is difficult. This is the trickiest dance ever. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think we all agree that this global health crisis has affected every corner of our lives, from work to how home is set up to our relationships.